Well, hello, we are gonna do another ranking. Basically me reviewing a couple of products, well, quite a few than a couple of products, but we are gonna be reviewing some products that I have been trying out as of late. Some takes me longer time to make up my mind about, and some takes me less time to make up my mind about. So I'm just gonna tell you which ones are the best, which ones are the worst. Some of it is gonna be quality, some of it is going to be preference, and some of it is going to be more tied to like the kind of skin type that I have. I am 41 years old and I do have a very oily T-zone. I have more of a combo skin and I live in a very warm and humid climate. So I do prefer something that dries down a little bit, doesn't move around on my face, and that doesn't break up or get incredibly greasy incredibly quick, which I will talk about a couple of these products doing that. So we will start at the very bottom and I will talk about the products that I definitely do not like, and we'll end with my new favorite thing. So at the very bottom, I'm actually going to do the lip pencils by Coven. Coven is a brand that I just recently tried out. They were relaunching their brand. These lip liners are incredibly emollient. You know when they say creamy? These are just a lipstick. They didn't really dry down on me either, and I just felt like they were hard to work with. Some creamy is nice, but sometimes it becomes too much and you can't even work with them in the way that I would like to work with a lip liner. And I just thought that these were too creamy, too smeary. You were not able to be precise with them. Not my favorite. The next one is actually going to be one of the most expensive products we're going to talk about here today. And maybe this is why I'm so disappointed with this stick from Dior. First of all, why does this stick smell like sweet mint? This is a cheek stick. Never in my life have I been like, you know what I wish I had? A mint smelling blush stick. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but like, why is it mint? I'm not sure about that. Love the color. Love the, love how this goes on the cheeks, but it does not dry down at all. It becomes sticky and incredibly emollient on the cheeks. My hair will stick to it, and I just feel like I can feel it on my cheeks. I don't like it at all. And for something that is this expensive, I was kind of expecting something that felt a little bit more elevated. I love the liquid highlighter from Dior. Absolutely fantastic. This, you can do better than this at a drugstore. Not even like saying it nicely, I'm telling you right now, you can do better at the drugstore. I was not the incredible biggest fan of the Coven liquid lipsticks either. These are more a traditional 2016 kind of a formula. They do dry down completely. They are a little bit sticky. Honestly, I wouldn't even have minded that much if they dried down completely and were transfer proof, but they were a little bit sticky as well, and that's where I draw the line. So I wasn't like the biggest fan of how it felt on the lips. I feel like I had something else here that I wanted to talk about.
3 hours later.
This is me like, did I forget about something? Maybe not. I also actually weren't the absolute biggest fan of the Fenty powder. This is the new Bright powder, and usually it comes with a little poof. Usually the complexion products by Fenty work fantastically on me. There's been only very few that I don't like, but what I will say about Fenty though is that when I don't like it, I really don't like it. I think this one feels a little bit too stiff, and I'm guessing it's because this is probably a powder that is formulated without talc, and you can formulate powders without talc without having them feel like it's actually like a dried piece of like, I don't know, chalk. Like, it just feels a little gritty and it looks a little bit heavy. This one looks a little bit heavy under my eyes. It does dry down a little bit. Not dry down, it does darken down a little bit under my eyes, and I just felt like it looked a little obvious, a little dry, a little crusty. I have other powders that I like way more than these. I even think, yeah, I have a talc-free powder that is probably my favorite talc-free powder so far out of the ones I've tried, and that one I really like, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I have one color here, but oh my god, that's one of my hairs. I have one color here, but I've tried a couple of these, and these are the liquid eyeshadows by Urban Decay. I think that these are a little thick. Like, they look a little thick on the lids, and the thing with like liquid eyeshadows is that it's a medium where you can get the maximum effect of sparkles without having to build it into. It is harder. How do I phrase this? It is easier to get a super sparkly glittery formula without using pressed glitters in a liquid formula than it is in a in a powder formula. So why does this one just feel goopy and wet and ends up looking a little bit heavy and like, oh, not my favorite. The thing is with this, if you were looking for this kind of effect that you see in these, get the single, and you are not shopping with indie brands. Just look at indie brands and you can get better. But if you are shopping at like more mainstream places like Ulta and Sephora, get the Half Magic single shadows, the sparkly ones. It is better than this. I'm thinking more affordable as well, and an easier medium to work with. So I highly recommend those over this one if you're looking for something like that, but you don't want to turn to indie brands. I have two Laura Mercier foundations here, and I'm actually going to rank, and I'm going to explain. I'm going to rank this one lower, and this is the Tinted Moisturizer Blurred Matte. The reason why I'm ranking this one lower is because this one it becomes incredibly, on my skin, oily and greasy within like 2 hours. And I feel if you're gonna do a blurred matte, I want a formula that's gonna stay matte throughout the day. This does not stay matte throughout the day if you have oily skin. So I feel like it's just a missed opportunity, because I feel like after 2 hours, I'm wearing this one today, I worn it for 3 hours and I already had to powder my T-zone. I looked incredibly oily, dewy, greasy. After 3 hours, I think they look the same. And that's why I'm like, it's a missed opportunity, because most people, I don't know about you, but me, I don't do my makeup for it to look great the first hour. I do it for it to look great throughout the day. It's fun to do my makeup, but I also want it to last. So for me, if you have oily skin, these just wear the same. And I just feel like it's a missed opportunity to make a formula that actually works better for oily skin. Also, I did film this look. I actually filmed it with the Golden Tides palette. This is the collaboration between the Signature and Miriam. I think her name is like Miriam, or her handle on Instagram is like Miriam Tutorials, if I'm not mistaken. So I did something like warm, and I know I'm not the kind of person who does my makeup based on like seasons, but I thought today I'd do something fall inspired with this actually very much summer palette, because this one arrived when I was on vacation this summer and I didn't have time to do anything. So I'm doing something now, and it's a really pretty one. Next one is gonna be the ABH contour stick that they came out with, I want to say early summer. What is this actually called? Smooth Blur Contour, and I have it in Shadow. This is, at least on me, a very taupey cool tone color. I think it is smart to make something that is more like a taupe instead of a gray, because it enables different skin tones to be wearing it as either more of a bronzer or a contour stick, depending on like your undertone, so you don't have to make a million colors. For me, I don't wear a lot of contour, but the thing I will say about this one, it is not the easiest contour to blend. So even though I think the color is really nice and the packaging is amazing, it is not the most effortless blend in my life. I also have the One Size. This is the gloss and liquid lipstick duo. I don't know if they're getting rid of these. I've only tried one color, and what I will say is that I've looked at the colors in store, and for me, the color combos are a little wild. So I love the gloss. It's a really nice wet looking gloss, and I kind of like the liquid lipstick formula as well. Just don't love the duo of it. I wish I could get singles, and maybe that's what they're doing in the future as well, because it does seem like maybe they are getting rid of these. They've been on sale for a really long time, but I do really enjoy this formula, and I've especially been using the gloss a lot. This was actually one of the glosses, it's super sparkly, that made me realize that I actually do like a sparkly gloss if it looks like this. Color is really pretty here though as well, but again, I wish I could choose my own colors, because I love both of the formulas, just I don't love necessarily this combo together. Next one is gonna be the Unreal Lips. My god, there's so many hairs here. Unreal Lips from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the one that's the fig scent. I love fig, and this one does smell very much like super sweet figs, almost like a sugared figs. It's almost too sweet of a fig. I almost wish that it had less sugar in it, but it does smell like figs. What I will say with this one, it's one of those like, you know, liquid balms in a tube. It's like an oil balm hybrid. It is really comfortable on the lips. It looks really beautiful. I wish the formula was a little bit thicker. Is this, for this price tag, better or different than any of these other ones? I'm gonna argue no. It's nice, it's pretty, it looks great, it wears great, it feels great, the scent is great. Honestly, when you look at the packaging, it's not that bad, but it's expensive. Is this better than some of the other ones? Because sometimes I'll buy something expensive and I will be like, you know what? This is better. This one, it's not bad. It's just not better. This one is more preference. There's nothing wrong with this, and I actually was really impressed with this. I'm still trying out some of the other, this is just a little eyeshadow duo. I'm still trying out some of the other things from Ulta Beauty. I did a full video of like a full face of Ulta Beauty, and I'm still trying out some of the other things from that video even more before I make up my mind, so that will be in the next ranking. This is a little duo that has a matte and a shimmer in here. I've worn this twice, and you know what? It's a really pretty duo. If you're the kind of person who does your makeup on the go, or you want really easy breezy looks, I actually thought the quality of this one was really nice. Packaging is real nice. I had no problem, no creasing, no fading. I thought it was a good eyeshadow duo if you're looking for something like that at a lower price tag. I recently have been trying out, and I'm actually wearing a little bit of this today on top of something else, and this is the new Patrick Ta highlighter. I got the new one in Daddy. I said this sugar one was sold out, but it turns out someone told me they still haven't been able to figure out the formulation of the cream one for that. So what I will say, this one is the reformulated one. I really disliked the original one because quite honestly, this one was a goopy and thick mess. So what I did today is I did a little bit like this, and I just tapped it on top of my highlighter to melt it down. And you know what I will say? It doesn't feel thick. I used this one with a brush once. It's way too much. That lifted the product and made it too much. But when I just dotted it on top of the highlighter, it actually looks really beautiful. Will it break down the product if you use too much? Yes. I will say, what I will say about this one is that I really like this one. It's more subtle highlighter that gives a more like a subtle glow. This one can work to melt down your powders, but I have something else that I can show you that works even better and that is easier to use. The thing that is bringing this one down, quite honestly, is that this isn't an ease of use kind of a product. And I always think that when you are selling products at Ulta, at Sephora, to the masses, if you're losing the ease of use, people are going to be confused and people are not going to like the products. Not necessarily me, because I do think that this is a decent product compared to what he released before, but it is a little, the learning curve is a little steep with this one, and I don't know if the Sephora customer appreciates that. We also have a blush here that I really enjoy, but it is a hyper matte blush, which I don't really do. But I gotta say, this is the Get Set Blushes by Tower 28, and this one is in the shade Felice Fresca. This is a really nice formula. If you like a matte blurring blush, this one is really beautiful. Very easy to use. Easy to blur out, easy to sheer out, easy to build up. I thought it was beautiful on the cheek. So if you love a matte blurred cheek, I do think the ones from Tower 28 were really good. Even though me personally, I don't do matte cheeks. Let's talk about some eyeshadow sticks, because this is not something that I reach for a lot, but I have been traveling a little bit with eyeshadow sticks because I do think that they're like a travel companion that helps. I have two different ones here and I like them for the same reason. Again, they're easy breezy to work with. I don't feel like these crease. This is one from Urban Decay and they came up with a couple of matte ones, and this dark one that is called Senescent, I actually have used this quite a bit. I brought this one traveling. You can see it's pretty well used, and I feel like it's pretty easy to blend, it's easy to build up, and like I said, it's a nice travel companion if you want to have something where you can like, oh, I need to do something quick and easy, I'm heading out the door and going to dinner. This one is really easy. I've just been blending them with my normal cinch brushes and they've been really good. And this one is from Half Magic, and this is the Sparkle Stick eyeshadow crayon, and I especially love the one that's called Frost Winkle. So I've been using the sparkly ones from them. I think I broke off the tip there, oopsie doopsie. And I think these are probably, according to me, the ones that I've tried, I haven't tried all of them, but the most impressive like sparkly, that like glittery sparkle effect without being glitter, of course, that I've seen in eyeshadow stick. Because I feel like sometimes when they say they're going to be shimmer, they say they're going to be metallic, they're a little bit more muted, but this one is actually a really pretty sparkle effect. Again, very easy to top off a look with, or if you, again, you're out the door and you just want to have something fun on the eyes, I do recommend this one over the one from Urban Decay, the liquid one, because it's not as easy to use. I talked about when was that? I talked about the Adventure Time in Lethal Cosmetics collection, and I talked about some of their other, oh my god, I can't open it. I have them here. I'll show you swatches. I talked about the purple blush, that I've really been enjoying the purple blush, and I have been using the orange one and the pink one as well quite a lot this summer, and I do enjoy the quality of these just as much, but I just prefer the color of the purple one more. But I really do like this one as well. They are very pigmented, but you can blur them out if you want to. I use them with a brush and they work perfectly fine with that. If you want to sheer them out a bit, you can just go over with a sponge, and I've been really enjoying them. They are a kind of a cream putty that dries down, but not to a powder, but definitely not sticky or dewy, and they look blurred on the cheeks. And since they have a little bit of not dewiness to them, but a little bit of creaminess to them, it's very easy to go over with a highlighter and make it look very believable. So I've really been enjoying this formula. I hope they do more in the future, but with the shimmery formula, like a shimmery finish, I would love that. Okay, let's talk about two bronzers, and I like the quality of both of these bronzers, but none of them is the perfect color for me. The first one is going to be the Natasha Denona, I don't remember the name of this, oh wait, High Sculpt Liquid Bronzer, and I have the one that is the medium shade, and I will put all the info about all the things that I'm talking about down in the description box in case you're interested. This one is a really nice formula. It is pigmented, but you can use a little if you want to. It is almost more like a liquid gel formula, which is really easy to blend out. For a bit there this summer, I was pretty tan, and I used this on its own together with concealer almost all over my face because I summered a little bit too hard there. I really do enjoy being outdoors and in the sun in the summer. I don't know what to say about that, but enjoy the formula. But it is a little bit too cool tone to be perfect for me. And if you're hearing that, you're probably thinking like, yes, finally a bronzer that's not like a warm bronzer. I like a warm bronzer because I have a warm undertone, but I do like the formula of it. It's just that it's too few colors for me to find a perfect undertone for me. And I feel the same about the ABH one. This is actually the one that I'm wearing today, and I wore quite a little bit of it just because when I build this up to get the depth that I'm actually looking for in a bronzer, this one is the Smooth Blur Bronzer, and I have it in Tropical Tan. This one does say that it has a golden undertone, and I do agree that I feel like it has that if I don't build it up too much. If I build it up too much, it starts looking a little bit gray because there is a little bit of a cool tone under here. If you're looking for a cool tone bronzer, this line will be perfect for you because they have a bunch of shades. Again, I prefer a warmer bronzer. I've also heard that the shades are really off when it comes to the darker side of the spectrum. I still have not seen these in real life, so I really have no idea about this. But if you are more of a lighter skin tone and you're looking for a cool tone bronzer, the formula is beautiful. It's almost like a creamy powder, not a cream to powder, but there's a creaminess to the powder that makes it very easy to put on the face, blend it out, and build it up. Just not my perfect undertone. I used to not like these. I've tried it before and I didn't like it. And the reason why this isn't on top, this is the Trio blushes by One Size, and I would say this specific color. So this is in Attention Seeker. This is a cream blush, a powder blush, and then like a highlighter slash blush topper in the bottom. These are very pigmented, very opaque, and I tried another one of these colors and it just looked kind of crazy on me because it was so pigmented. So I will say a lot of times with a blush, you're able to sheer it out a little bit or build it up depending on your skin tone and depending on what kind of result you're looking for. With this formula, I would say actually not really because it has a pretty pigmented base. And this one does look beautiful on the cheeks, and I really do like the formula of this one. It is just a shame that it is so pigmented that it's not versatile depending on what kind of result you're looking for. You are gonna get pigment. This is the ColourPop Fresh Kiss Lip Mask. This one is in Pistachio Gelato, and I really like this scent. I have been traveling with this summer. It's just such a wonderful and different scent, and it really does smell like pistachio gelato. And I have been wearing this and traveling with this all summer because you know one thing I always, not this summer, but usually I always forget to pack a lip mask or a lip treatment when I'm traveling. So this one has been a great travel companion, and I've been traveling to like beaches and stuff to get like dry, dehydrated lips. And this one really has been helping. So if you're looking for a lip mask that smells really good, it comes in other scents too, I definitely recommend this one from ColourPop. Again, it's much more affordable than like the Laneige or the What else are people using? So other lip mask, and I think it does a great job. If you have like super chapped dehydrated lips, you're gonna have to look at the review from someone else, but I will say it did really help when I had dehydrated lips, and I love this one when traveling as well, like on an airplane, because I get dry lips when I am traveling. Okay, I am not the one that usually goes for a sparkly highlighter, so take this with a grain of salt that I'm putting this a little lower. So this is the Fenty Beauty, and this is what I'm wearing today. This is the, what is it called? Diamond Bomb, and this is in Lavender Lover. And I will say, I don't know if you can see here, but I can see it. This is what I have under that balm from Patrick Ta, and it is a lavender with a periwinkle blue sheen. So it's like a duochrome, and it has a little bit of a periwinkle, or like it has a little bit of a lavender like base underneath. Beautiful blush topper slash highlighter. And I've been using this one as like a topper of like purple blushes that I've really been using, because I've been very into purple blushes. But I will say, I will forever prefer a non-glittery highlighter, but I just couldn't resist this one in lavender because I've been so into lavender. And this is the only highlighter I do have that is a sparkly highlighter, and I will hang on to it, but it won't be an everyday highlighter for me because, again, I don't do stuff like that. And highlighter that has an amazing formula and is super dingy packaging is the new Glow La La from Benefit. This is in Luna, which is a light medium, and I gotta say, the product is so beautiful. Is that another hair? Oh my gosh, the product is stunning, beautiful, absolutely love it, but the packaging is just so dingy and like thicker than it needs to be, and this really low quality plastic, and I don't know what they were thinking with this packaging. The product is beautiful though, but not as gorgeous as another highlighter formula that just released, and that's why this one is sitting somewhere in the middle. Okay, let's talk about the basket of things that I've really been enjoying, and one of them is the Swede mascara that they sent me. This is the Cloud Mascara in black, and this is a really beautiful lifting, elongating, and curling mascara. If you're looking for a mascara with lots of volume that gives you very thick lashes, this might not be it, but it gives you very elongated, curled, and defined lashes, which is what I am looking for, especially during the days that I am not wearing false lashes. I also gotta say, and this is a very, I have been using this quite a bit. You can see here, I've been using it quite a bit. This is the One Size Powder Melt, and this is the glass setting spray. So I have been using this to melt powders together, and sometimes you put on makeup and you look at your face and you're like, okay, that ended up being too much. My makeup is looking a little powdery, a little heavy, a little visible. You can just tell that it's not just laying on, it's on top of your skin. It's not part of, like, it doesn't really melt in. And I will say, this one, don't shoot me, for me, this one works better than MAC Fix Plus to really melt my powders together. And if my skin is just looking a little heavy, a little powdery, this one is perfect for that. I don't use this myself as the last and final step. I will go in with a finishing setting spray after this. So usually if I'm like powder, highlighter, how far in, like before I do my eyeshadow, I should say, and I look at my skin and I'm like, this is a little bit too much, I will use this one, and then when I end my makeup, I will set it with a setting spray. So this says that it is a setting spray, but if you have oily skin like me or an oily combo skin, I would say this does not elongate or keep my skin not getting greasy throughout the day, but it is a master at melting everything together and making it look alive and just great again. So for that reason, I've really been enjoying it, and you can see I've used quite a bit. It's just not, if you're oily combo, I wouldn't advise it being the final step if you want to elongate the wear of your makeup. This has been my travel buddy as well this summer. You can see I've used quite a lot. This is the new Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balm SPF 45. So this one they came out with this summer, and this one has one of those little, like, looks like a duck lip kind of an applicator, and it smells weirdly, this one also smells minty, but I like it in a lip balm, but I don't like it in a cheek product. But it smells almost like children's toothpaste, and my husband did agree as well. It smells like children's toothpaste. Comes in a bunch of different colors. I've been traveling with this pinky one because it's easy to put on when you're at the beach. It's Paradise. I will say, I feel like our lips is a place where we forget to put SPF on. So I've been wearing this one every day this summer almost, and I absolutely have been enjoying it. Naturium, the new formula in these are a little bit more liquidy than the other ones, but they still have that like pillowy effect to it. It looks very glossy and healthy and feels wonderful on the lips with SPF 45. You know what? I've really been liking it. Oh, and no weird like taste or anything like that. Just feels like a normal nice lip balm, but with SPF 45. I highly recommend it. I was highly surprised when I tried the Too Faced Cloud Crush. This is a whipped lip and cheek color. I have this on my cheeks today. I think it's beautiful. This one is in Peach Blur, and I've used this on my cheeks and on my lips. I have a video where I'm using it on my cheeks and on my lips, but I do prefer it on my cheeks. And the formula is this beautiful airy, light whipped moussey formula that is super easy to blend out. It gives that really like blurred result on the cheek. You can build it up. I just think this formula is amazing. I don't remember the last time I tried a Too Faced product where I was like, dang, this formulation is amazing. Oh, the bronzer stick. That formulation was amazing too. But this one, if you can find a color you like, they actually have one that's like a poppy pink. I kind of want to swatch it in real life, but I really like this formulation. I think it's a great formulation. Something else that I really like from a brand that I don't always love the products from, but I feel like they're one of those brands where when they have really good products, they're really good products. Oh my god, their brow pencil, I'm talking about Kosas, their brow pencil, absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved the brow pencil. The powder, the one I'm talking about here, it's so good. The brow pencil, I've already gone through it. It's absolutely incredible. I have been loving the lip products. They sent me a couple of those, really great. And the concealer, I'm so happy to have it back in my life. It's such a good concealer. But this is the talc-free powder. This is the Cloud Set Translucent Buttery. And this is probably my favorite powder that doesn't have talc that I've ever tried. I think this one is great. This is a great powder. So if you're looking for something, because again, everything is getting reformulated, I will say the Kosas Cloud Set so far, I think is my favorite one, like under my eyes, all over my face. It's a really nice one and I've really been enjoying it. It's sitting right here on my desk in front of me. Something else that I've really been enjoying, and I think they're absolutely stunning and they're so up my alley. The kind of makeup products that I like, but dang, they're very expensive. So it makes me a little bit like, I almost don't want to tell you how much I love them because they're so expensive. But these balms by Valentino, I have been traveling with these all summer. One of them is still in my purse. Do with that information as you will. And you know, my most used one is this bright pink. This is a sheer, bright, warm pink. It is so beautiful. It is sheer. It has a little bit of a sheen to the lips. You can build it up. It looks great with a lip liner. And I have just been absolutely obsessed with this. And then, which one is it that is in my purse? Oh, the one that's in my purse is the lighter brown one. This is beautiful too. This is in the shade Spike Valentino. This is in 19. Oh, it doesn't say the name here. It just says 199A. Do with that information as well. They have a bright orange as well, which is like this, but a bright orange. And I'm like, I don't know if I need it. They're expensive, but also like I really do like them. I really do like them. I've been traveling with them. I've been using them a lot. One of them is literally in my purse right now. And if you are looking to treat yourself with like a luxury lipstick, honestly, the Valentino has been impressing me. Maybe save it for the Sephora sale. Another thing that's been really impressing me and that I am also wearing on my face today is the Maxine's Revenge French Face. This is a concealer and you can use it all over your face if you want to as well. These also I've been traveling with all summer and I have been wearing I have a lighter one and a darker one. And I've been more like just using a little bit of concealer in like my T-zone and then using a liquid bronzer or nothing at all, to be honest. This one is a flexible concealer. It doesn't crease or settle into my fine lines. And again, I'm 41. I do have quite a lot of fine lines under my eyes. And this just wears wonderfully under the eyes. Beautiful wear time. It is giving coverage without being overly cakey under the eyes, and I've really been impressed with this formulation. I guess this isn't they sent this to me and I'm very grateful, and I guess this is an indie brand. Spread thin layer where needed with fingertips, then fluffy brush to blend. Made for thin, full coverage for even radiant skin for 40 plus. Okay, that's what I wanted to mention. I'm pretty sure that this brand is meant for a little bit more mature skin, which again, I'm definitely the target audience for this, and it works beautifully. And I do think this is more of a smaller indie brand, so I think you have to order it from their website, but I will put a link to it down below. But I've been very impressed with these, and if you have problems with concealers like I do, I feel like some of them are just too heavy for me, I really did enjoy this one, especially if you want to support a smaller brand that is doing concealers specifically for 40 plus skin. Okay, let's talk about my top 3. And I don't know if you're gonna be surprised about my top 3, but I really, really, really love these. And the first one I want to talk about is actually, I'm wearing this one today as well. This is the new powder by One Size. This is the Boucle Silk Airbrush powder, and the shade that I am wearing is medium golden. Wow, this really does give a healthy glow back to the skin, setting everything down. If there's anything that feels a little bit tacky, this one is going to set it down without making it look heavy. It is not making it matte. It's more like a skin glowy like finish, and it's just blurring and setting and beautiful. It's a fantastic setting powder. Absolutely love it. And I just, yeah, there's something about this one, very sophisticated formulation. It feels and looks just incredible. Very, very impressed, and I am so grateful to have this one in my life, and I've been wearing it. This one has also been here on my desk in front of me, and I've been using it every time that I've been filming. Very, very much in love with that powder. If you're looking for a new finishing powder, that could be the one. Another thing that I'm actually wearing today is the new Rare Beauty glosses. I am wearing the shade Beam today, which is the peach with sparkle. Again, who knew I would be this much into sparkle? I do have a warm pink one as well. I saved 3 colors because I don't want to save all the colors. I don't need to save all the colors. Even if I love the formula, which I do. I love the formula. Even if I love the formula, I don't need to save all of them. But I do have a warm pink too. And that one is down in my purse. Again, it's another one of my purse lippies. I think this formulation is balmy. It's pillowy without being goopy or thick, or it's not stringy or like sticky. It looks so voluminizing and just glass-like, and it smells like tropical fruits. It wears beautifully, and I just think overall this is a gloss that looks incredible, makes your lips look glassy and voluminous, but it also feels and wears wonderfully. It is not thick or goopy, but it still looks pillowy on the lips. I think this is a wonderful lip formulation. And you know, I really didn't like the, what was that lip formulation that they did? Oh, the lip oils. That was more like a lip stain. I did not like that one at all. But this one I think is fantastic. Nobody is going to be surprised when I say which one is my favorite product that I've been trying out as of late, because I think you're all sick and tired of hearing me rave about the new highlighters from NARS. This is one of my new favorite highlighter formulas. I think they're stunning. So I bought one color. These I bought myself. I think I bought this one. Yes, I bought Electra. I bought this one. This is like a champagne color, and I've absolutely been loving this one, and I loved it so much that I decided to get a second color, and this one is in Heavenly, which is more like a rose gold shade. Such a beautiful thing. I will say the packaging is deliciously thin. It feels, even though it's white plastic, it feels like substantial, nice white plastic. There is a good mirror in here, and I do know that a lot of people do use the mirror in compacts when they're doing their makeup. Formulation is beautiful. Everything about this just feels, looks, and acts high-end. I mean, it is an expensive highlighter, but at least you're getting something that feels fantastic. So these are available at Ulta. I was able to swatch these in store as well. If you're like on, don't be blind buying expensive things. If you're unsure, or if you think this is a high price tag, go in store, swatch them. I'm sure Ulta's gonna have some coupons as well, but I really, really do enjoy those. And that was it. Those are the things I wanted to talk about. If you're intrigued in my latest ranking of eyeshadow palettes, that video has just been live, and I'll try and remember to either link it or pop it up. But if nothing else, just go back to my videos and see, because that video has already been live on my channel. Me ranking my recent eyeshadow palettes, if you want to see which are the best ones and which one I would say maybe avoid. But I hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon in a new video.